lot of hoes, yeah. Last year I cuffed that bitch, well, now it's over. Now it's over.
Alright, enough yapping. We got the technical difficulties out the way. That was my little 2.5 minute test to make sure this shit don't cut off. But it wasn't my fault, so I apologize. But we back, cause it's Wednesday. Hold on now.
Now it's over. Last year I did her shit, well, now it's over.
Look at him.
Now it's over. Now it's over. Last year I cuffed that bitch, well.
Look at my boy. My boy chilling, but we chilling, baby. It's Wednesday. We back. Technical difficulties out the way. We are here. Appreciate y'all as always. We are here. There's a whole lot of wave shit going on. My boy Mase just went live. We in this thing, baby. We in this thing. I got Legos and shit. You know what I'm saying? We got Legos and shit. Yeah. Fuck you mean? Yeah. Hold on. You think it's a game? Yeah, nigga. Yeah. We got Legos and shit. We got a driver in that motherfucker. What you know about that? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? Come on now, you niggas don't know nine. You niggas don't know nine. We all good. Okay. Thank you for sticking through and allowing me to fix these technical difficulties. If you're watching this on YouTube, you will not be seeing these technical difficulties. Just know there were some that occurred at the beginning of this stream. But lucky for you, you get to bypass all of that shit. So, once again, I appreciate you. My name is 2. You could call me 2, short for 5'2". And that's all you need to know about me, man. How you doing? It's Wednesday, hump day, if you will. I never call it that, but, you know, depending on where you work and who you're around, they will definitely call it hump day. And once again, he is back in there. I think he just does it for comfort. We are in a new house. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. I think he is just going in and out of the litter box for comfort. It may be an anxiety thing. Who knows? But as long as he's not tearing shit up, I appreciate it. Let's clap it up for that. Alrighty. And we are here. Everything is going well. That was my bad at the beginning. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Couple of cool things today we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about that 100 men versus one gorilla. That's a pretty interesting topic. I know this man. It's not on the goddamn desk. Get. 1 second. Brother man, why you acting out? Why you acting out, brother man? Alrighty. 100 men versus a gorilla. Pretty popular topic. I want to talk about that because that shit is both funny, hilarious, and all the content that has been dropping from it is, goddamn it, is gold. We're going to talk about that. A couple of new things too. More Ye. I'm sorry, more Ye. Ye is in the news. Ye. Reluctantly, I have to say he is still one of my favorites. I don't know who this new guy is, but I feel like deep down inside there somewhere when he's not talking about that stuff or that stuff or that stuff. We're not gonna get to that stuff. When he's not talking about none of that shit, he's still my guy. Still one of my favorite artists. I can't take that. I cannot take that away. But the nigga is wildin', so we're gonna get into some of that shit. Not too crazy, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it as cool as I can. I'm not gonna bug out and show any wild shit. But you never know with this guy. You might go into something and he starts talking about vanilla ice cream and next thing you know, you in goddamn Germany in the fucking 1940s. It's like, whoa, brother. Holy shit, my mans. At least give me a warning when you about to go to the goddamn oppression. Sheesh. Nevertheless, I do hope you are having a good Wednesday. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that shit at all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Not looking forward to it. I mean, thank the Lord that we have jobs and we could be able to afford and do things and do cool shit like this, stream with you guys, post videos on YouTube. But god damn it, work. Even if the work is easy and you good at it, it's still fucking work. It sucks. It fucking sucks. So that's tomorrow. I mean, thankfully, I get to work from home. I will be working from this same space. I'll just slide my ass over a little bit over here. And it's my work computer and shit. But for now, y'all got me here. We streaming. Back to work tomorrow, but it's all good. Let's get this show on the roll. Like I said, my name is Two. You could call me Two, short for 5'2". You know what I mean? Just call me Two. Make it easy on yourself. 5'2" is spelled VTWO. If you can't pronounce that, like most people can't the first time they see it, just call me Two. Just like the number. 1, 2. You can't forget it. 1, 2. You know what I mean? Not the 1, but the 2. And I'm not the 2, I'm the number 1. But for this reason, in this instance, not the 1, I'm the 2. Alright, so with all that being said, I appreciate you. Welcome. This is my stream. I'm going to show you where you can check this out if you don't watch this live. You can check it out right here on YouTube. Bam! Bam! You can check it out right here. YouTube.com. Together High. This is where you can find me. Same username on all platforms. If you're on X, if you're on Instagrams, YouTube, obviously, right here. Twitch, TikTok. This is where all of my content lives. Specifically, this streaming content. All of the videos that's on this channel, it is from my streams. Bro! Get out of there, my nigga. Jesus Christ. God damn. Fucking cats. Am I right? Love him, but he's just in there not even using it. Just scratching around. But anyways. You want to check out my content? It's right here. You land on this page. You can find all of the videos. You can find the full streams, the full reviews, minus the technical difficulties, like I said. All of the popular videos live right here. Full streams. Every video I post actually lives up here as well. Top videos, shorts. We got everything in this on this one page. So if you don't catch it live, it's all good. Don't worry about it. You don't miss anything because it does live here as well. Fuck out of there, bro. God damn. This nigga. This is where all the content lives. So, without further ado, this is also about growth here on the stream. This is for anybody that is trying to do anything out there. Anything you want to do, put your mind to it. You could go ahead and get it done. Let me be an example. I didn't even know I wanted to start this stream and do this if I'm really keeping it a buck. Like, realistically. I started this stream accidentally. Started this YouTube channel with an intention of posting music and beats specifically. Who would have thought 2 years later after the channel was created and it went dormant for about a year, I would be talking about music and other hip-hop related things and it would work. Who knew? That's why I say growth is possible if you stay consistent. You find your niche, you find your lane, and you just go for it. Trust me. Let me be the example. Like I said, I started this channel posting beats. And let me just show y'all. Like, you go see down at the bottom of this channel. This is from 2 years ago. I posted a couple of visualizers from some beats where I was actually, breaking down the beats being made. FL Studio Gang, of course. And then I got to the point where I was overworked. And I was like, fuck, bro. Like, god damn. This shit is a lot. And of course, obviously, when you post content on the internet, you do want it to get some traction. We do sometimes get too caught up in the views and, how much this did, how much that did. And the only reason we do that is because we compare ourselves to other people. We compare ourselves to people that are already on, that are fucking famous. We compare ourselves to people that we consider on our level, and we see them doing some shit and it's quote unquote working for them. You're like, yo, damn, I could do that. I should be doing that. And then you got the motherfuckers that, just really don't know what they're doing, but they're just putting content out consistently anyways. And then it ends up working. I'm in that boat. Like, I started this channel making beats. I even started making like skits and shit at one point. If you go to my shorts feed, I don't know, it won't go that far back because this is all just this kind of content. But if you go far back, you'll see me posting skits, and them shits did well. 11,000, 10,000 views, you know what I'm saying? Like, extremely well. But then again, now it's tough. So, long way of saying, hey, man, growth is possible unless you just, only if you stay consistent through it. You could pay attention to the numbers because you do want to make sure it's reaching and it's working for what you're actually trying to do, but don't focus on it too much. The numbers will come, but you do have to do a lot of trial and error. I should say that. These 3 things I just named, beats, skits, weren't the only 3 things I did creatively. I've tried for years, multiple different avenues of shit. So, all of that to say is, man, you never know what's going to stick. I never thought talking about music was going to stick. I thought it would be me making my own music, producing music for people. But look, you never know, man. Long as you stay consistent, true to yourself, you don't got to change up how you are personally or your personality if you have one, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is use that to fuel whatever it is that you're doing. Enough yapping. I realize my OBS is continuing to work. So let's go ahead and get started with this growth. Like I said, I mentioned that all for the reason of showing you guys in real time where I am in terms of the growth of this channel specifically. And I'm growing as a person. You see me start in my apartment. I am now in a house. Me and my lady, me and my beautiful family here, you know what I'm saying? I will be setting up this space here to make it look a lot more, familiar like you guys were used to. I'm going to get the aesthetic, get the wall popping again. I ain't even been in here for a week, man. It's barely been like, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Damn near 2.5, 3 days. You feel me? So, give me some time. It's going to work. I do love the space. I love the lighting in here. I don't even have the lights on. I have my ring lights, obviously, but it's a beautiful spot. So, with the growth, like I said, I do like to show the growth of my subscribers from the last stream to now, and then the next stream will pick up on where we left off. But the last stream on Monday, we had 603 subscribers. If you look at that now, we are at 611. God damn it, God damn it, God damn it. Let's go ahead and get some arrows for that motherfucker. Beautiful thing, man. Growth. Like I said, growth. Any amount of subscribers I can get from the last stream to now, I'll take it. If it's 1, I'll take it. If I lose 1, fuck it, man. That's part of growth too. You got to realize you might have somebody that fuck with you and down the road they may not anymore. It's okay. It doesn't change who you are. It doesn't make you any less or better of a person. They just decided to step off of the bus. It's all right. They got off the train. It was their stop. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this motherfucking show on the road, man. Let's get into these topics. So, 1 gorilla versus 100 men. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, people? That has been the talk of the timelines, at least for the last 3-4 days. I briefly mentioned it on the last stream, but I didn't really get in depth in there. I figured that I had to. God damn it, what an interesting topic. 100 niggas think they could beat up 1 gorilla? And it makes you wonder, it makes you ponder, you know what? I do wonder. I wonder what, you know what I mean? It is just 1 gorilla. Gorillas are super fucking strong. Let's just do some quick research. What is the average size of a gorilla? Let's just see. Let's just do. Okay. A Western gorilla average height is 4'4", but they walk on their goddamn knuckles. Strong ass motherfuckers. So, the gorilla is the largest primate. On average, they are 4 to 6 feet tall. Damn, a 6 foot tall gorilla is crazy. Adults can weigh nearly 500 pounds. My God. Sheesh. That's crazy in its own. 500? And they move that nimble and quick. Imagine what a punch from that motherfucker could be. Your cranium is getting cracked right away, breaking your face immediately. Like the whole joke has been, whoever is that first wave of people, the first 15 to 20 of that 100, if we go into waves, 5 waves of 20, Those first 20 getting fucked up. I heard people say, yo, we just gotta outrun him and out-tire him till he gets tired, then we jump on him. Nigga, compared to any animal, I feel like the average human being is getting tired way before that. Way before an animal is. Facts. So let's go ahead and just get into some of this. Gorilla versus 100 men. Because everybody's been talking about it. Let's see what the timeline has to say recently. Yo, look, people they done simulated it. Look, they have a simulation. Someone simulated 100 men versus the gorilla. Let's check it out. A whole lot of smashing and mashing going on. Niggas is getting their necks broken. Damn, look, clobbering them. Bow, bow, bow. And that's the thing. The gorilla isn't worried about getting in their stance and throwing hands. These niggas is out for victory. Look at this. Niggas is down and out for the count. Look, my man just got shot 15 feet. Look, he punching niggas and they going, look, bow. He knocking niggas off the screen. Look. Niggas is getting knocked off the screen, bro. So let's go ahead. So, you know, people are saying they think, but come on now. Somebody said this video changes everything. 100 men winning easily against the gorilla. I mean, this is pretty funny. What is that, a goose? A goose? It's one of them, so it's not geese. That's a silverback, too. Oh, he's soft. Now, you always got to incorporate that, too. Niggas be soft, too. So, the gorilla could be a soft-ass gorilla, some chump-ass nigga. But then again, you got men out here that never been in a fight, never been in no static. You never know. You could run into a bunch of 100 chumps, 100 soft-ass niggas, and it's GG's. It may be GG's either way, but, I mean, if you got a soft gorilla like that, you might be able to do something. So, you know, come on, let's go and get to some more of the funny content. So, my guy, Mark Phillips, obviously, you know, him and RDC, they had to get involved. Let me see where I can find that. I saw it on Instagrams. Yeah, may have to go to Instagram for this one. So it on Instagram, he definitely put out some funny shit in relations to this. Let's get that up out of here. We don't care about nothing like that. Mark Phillips. All right, this shit is hilarious. Let's see what RDC and them niggas had to say. How they would get it down. How they would get it popping with the gorilla.
I know there ain't no gorilla over here. I know it ain't. Oh, it is a gorilla. Hey, and it's 100 of us too. And we're not just no normal niggas. We've been thinking. Yeah. Planning, boy. Oh, you think we bitches? Hey, do the plan. Do the plan. Do the plan. I know you killing those. I know you killing. Oh, no. All right, do it. Wow.
Yo.
Hey, nigga, we need all right. Hey, look, the plan out.
Yeah, I agree with Toby. Making Leland the gorilla has me weak, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They made the blackest nigga. And Mark is just as dark as Leland is, but hilarious. Let's watch it one more time, because so much funny shit just happened in here, bro.
I know there ain't no gorilla over here.
I know there ain't no gorilla. Niggas pulled up. You know how niggas do. Yo, I know there ain't no gorilla. I know there ain't no gorilla over there. Oh, shit, it's a gorilla, bro. Let's go get this nigga.
Oh, it is a gorilla. Hey, and it's 100 of us too. And we're not just no normal niggas. We've been thinking. Yeah. Planning, boy.
Bro said we not just no regular niggas either, bro. We've been thinking. Planning, boy.
Oh, you think we bitches? Hey, do the plan. Do the plan.
Nigga said he think we bitches. Do the plan. Look at their faces, bro. This nigga right here is the funniest. Bro, why you look so fake mean, bro? Nigga walked off on him.
Wow!
And GG's. That's exactly how it would go. You might get the drop on the gorilla, and he might, you know what I mean? He might let you get a couple of punches off. Them first 15, 20 niggas, you might get some shots in. After that, it's GG's, bro. Once the gorilla gets that gorilla rage going, once that gorilla rage gets to going, broken bones, shattered jaws is over with. It's GG's, bro. Fractured vertebrae. You better run, nigga. You better run. You better motherfucking run. Let's watch some more of this. So I seen a couple other things. I seen Mase and Cam got involved. Gorilla versus 100 Men. Cameron. Let's see what Killer and Mase had to say. Let's see what Killer Mason Stat had to say.
Before we get started, I do have a quick question because I like to get you guys' opinion on things that are trending. It sounds silly, but there's a whole debate right now of 100 men versus one gorilla. Who do you guys would think
I seen
would
that
win?
all on my timeline yesterday.
It's like a thing. Who do y'all think would win? I gotta ask.
I'm not participating.
Everybody's gonna want to know y'all's answers. That's why I gotta ask.
Who comes up with this every week, every 2 weeks? This back like to the ice challenge and all that, when niggas started doing all that. I asked Mase what he thinks, man.
Who would win?
He finished college.
Nigga say he finished college. He gonna have an educated guess.
Being a gorilla, I would go with the gorilla. I think if one guy get hit the wrong way, pause, 30 of them are running.
Facts. Niggas is out, bro. You see that first guy get his wig split? Like literally. Wow. Niggas head crack open like a pistachio. Blood squirting out. All of the things. You think you gonna watch that happen and be like, yo, nah, my shot gonna work? Nigga, hell no. Get the fuck up out of there and go, bro. Get home to your family ASAP.
What?
I don't think everybody's fighting.
I agree with that take. That's a good take. One nigga see 30 niggas, that's a good one. At least 30 niggas see the wrong thing happen, they taking off.
Facts.
I agree with that.
I'm out.
Yeah, at first everybody gonna be like they ready to go. But as soon as a nigga get punched by the gorilla,
It's over, bro.
Or as soon as a gorilla using you as a shield.
once he grab one nigga arm and sling him across the room, another 40 is out of there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with that.
That's a great point. Just had to ask. That was actually really funny. Woo.
Hey, man, if you want to go up against a gorilla, I'm pretty sure Mr. Beast or one of these internet niggas is going to make it happen eventually. Some type of a simulation of it or something. Hey, you be the fool. You be the fool, and I'll pity you. I'll pity you for sure. 100 gorillas, they taking niggas out easily. If y'all want to get into that, that is going to be your L. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's get into some of this Ye shit, man. It's been so much. So let's go ahead and see what he has been talking about recently. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what Ye has been talking about. Okay. Let's figure out the best page. I would want to go on academics page, but this nigga ignorant as hell. So let's see. Fuck it, man. I know it's gonna have most of it on here. So let me just be be wary of the content that I find here. Okay, let's get into this. Let's just start with this. Okay, so the content is all over the place with this man, obviously, as you can see over the last few weeks. There's really no consistency to what his message is, what he's talking about. It just seems like he's in a position where he craves attention. Kanye loves attention. The nigga loves it. He feeds off of it. He can't promote or do anything without getting attention. And in more recent times, the attention he's been getting has been definitely more on the negative side. It's nothing positive about it. Even if the messaging people believe or agree with is very divisive rather. It is diverse too, because he's all over the place with this shit. But it's very divisive. Enough of that said. So recently, I think he's in Spain right now with Sneeko and Neon, 2 streamers. Shout out to those guys if necessary. I don't know them niggas. Don't watch them niggas. But they with Ye, so you know what I'm saying? I guess they got some kind of clout. And then also top 5. I have nothing to say about that man. I don't know what he does. He raps, but I don't know what his official title is. He is with Ye right now. So apparently they're in Spain and Ye violated J. Cole and Kendrick. Quote, I hate J. Cole. It can't be called music. Anybody that has Kendrick as one of their favorite rappers don't know about rap. Okay, damn, that's a lot to say. Haven't watched this clip yet, so like I said, forgive me if he goes off and says anything fucking wild. I am censoring in real time if necessary. Let's go.
When I would meet with Drake, I would just tell him, like, why are you working with J. Cole, bro? It's not even a human, like an actual person, bro. It's like, what are you talking about? People say they like, I don't know if y'all like J. Cole raps, or if y'all do, just do not tell me that. Because I don't know, like, what you rap differently and shit, but
I'm gonna pause it right here because this shit stresses me out, bro. How are you Kanye West, bro, and you be on these niggas streams and your audio, we can't even hear you, my nigga? Like, what the fuck? Why is there no microphone? Why are they, like, even if you shot this on an iPhone, like, we should be able to hear the audio. Why is this shit so bad, bro? The fuck?
when I would meet with Drake, I would just tell him, like, why are you working with J. Cole, bro? It's not even a human, like an actual person, bro. It's like, what are you talking about? People say they like,
huh?
I don't know if y'all like J. Cole raps, or if y'all do, just do not tell me that. Because I don't know, like, what you rap differently and shit, but it's like, I hate J. Cole. It can't be called music. I hate J. Cole, what he does, bro. I hate the people that sign J. Cole, you know? And like, I'm like, yo, you can't be pushing this to people. And it was something about both like J. Cole and Kendrick that needs to sort of like, it reminds me of each other and shit like that. Like, it's just not that sauce to me like that. It's like, I saw this shit with Ben Affleck saying that Kendrick was one of his favorite rappers. I was like, bro, anybody that Kendrick is one of his favorite rappers don't know about rap. Doesn't know what real.
So you agree to about the beef?
Or the favorite line, my favorite line of the whole shit was like, you rap like you try to keep the safe streak, or whatever that line was.
We see what this is. I mean, this is stressful, man. Cause I fuck with Ye, man. Like, but the more and more we see this content come out, this is beyond like clout chasing and shock making, rage baiting, clickbaiting. Like, I mean, it's a great strategy. Don't get me wrong. Mention all of the guys that names warrant and generate headlines no matter what. You know what I'm saying? You mentioned Drake, you mentioned Kendrick, you mentioned J. Cole, the quote-unquote big three. I don't even know if that shit exists anymore after last year and this year, but you mentioned these guys, especially being a rapper, it's going to gain traction, especially when you Ye, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would definitely gain traction. It's just, the shit is exhausting at this point now, bro. Like, because you never really know what he truly feels. We've seen him talk about fuck Playboy Cardi to I love Playboy Cardi to fuck Playboy Cardi. I wish Playboy Cardi had me on his album because it would be better. Bro, it's like, yo, pick a side, my nigga. And not necessarily like you got to be on one or the other. pick a side of your own argument, bro. Like, what the fuck?
That was like my favorite bar, and it used to eat me up. And I could, the fact that I liked that bar and I was on Drake's side, I felt like I was wearing a Trump hat again. Like no one, like I couldn't tell people. It really like created like a vibration of not being able to.
Can I say something?
Nigga say, can I say something? And they cut his ass off immediately. Damn, Top. All right, so that was that. What do we think? Do we think he really truly feels this way? I mean, because god damn it, like, he put Kendrick on his album. He's produced for J. Cole. Like, where does the sudden change of heart come from, if only not for you trying to push product, because we see Ye do this all the time. Anytime he's trying to sell or promote anything, clothes, music, is coming packaged with something outrageous, whether it's a tweet, he's dissing somebody. It's something over the top where it almost seems uncalled for. You're like, yo, damn, like, he went kind of far, didn't he? You're like, yo, damn, that nigga went a little far, didn't he? But when it's consistent of what he does, is it him going far, or is it just who he is? That's where I get very conflicted in my support for him just as an artist. As a person, I don't support shit my homies do. But, you know what I'm saying? We built our history. I could cut a nigga off at any moment, but my point in saying that is, personally, I don't have to agree with everything a person does. I could disagree like a motherfucker. But when it starts getting to a point of it could lead to violence or, you know what I mean, just anything that's negative, that's why I have to throw my hands up and be like, hey, man, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Let's keep it moving, man. So apparently he said he wants to start dropping albums like once. What the fuck is this? He wants to drop albums like once a month or once every few months. So let's find that clip. Let's listen to that. Let's see if we can find that part. Skip that right there. So this is the video where Top 5 pulled up and linked with Ye. Let's see what they listen to.
Nigga, how
Oh, damn. Never mind. Forgive me. I didn't know that's what they were listening to. My bad. Oh, here we go with the bullshit, bro. Okay, where's the clip? Okay. Let's find it. We're going to find it in real time, y'all. Like I said, this is not pre-planned. I do pre-production, but I do it in terms of the stuff I want to talk about. So I want it to be as organic and as real with y'all as I can. So goddamn it, if it takes me a while to find some shit, then goddamn it, let it be. Motherfucker. All right, let's see. Oh, Travis Scott birthday. Happy birthday, Trav. Happy birthday, Jocks. Okay. All right, let's listen to this. Let's listen to this one. So apparently, let's click this one here. Oh, we got some better audio. God damn it. We got some better audio. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into this one right here. So apparently Kanye says Drake was supposed to be on Donda 1 and Donda 2. Donda 2 is now on streaming, not under the Kanye West name, but it's just under Donda. So who knows what legal shit that has to, what legalities have to go beyond that. Okay, basically he says he wanted Drake to be on Donda 1 and 2. He was supposed to, and he was supposed to work on Honestly Nevermind. Quote, and we're going to watch it right now. He don't got shit that copies of what I do. Huh? He don't got shit. That's copies of what I do. Okay. I be having shit that be a copy of Drake flow. This nigga is begging to get in Drake good graces right now, bro. This shit is... It's low-key sad, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of sad, bro.
to be on Donda and like
You
the
actually
biggest
took it
rappers.
down?
Yeah, absolutely. And Donda too. He was supposed, but
This
then,
one.
yes, but then he not recently, but I was supposed to go when he was doing the like the up tempo album. I was supposed to go work on that. Cause the thing I gotta like really another thing about Drake's music, he don't got shit that's like copies of like what I do. I be having shit that be like a copy of a Drake flow a lot of times. I got shit that's once Drake took over the algorithm, I had shit that was copies of Drake. You can go and be like, that man like came in, did exactly, you know, he loved what I did. You know what really touched my heart is when I saw that one interview. I saw the interview when he was in his house and he showed all the CDs. Of course, College Dropout was like my only CD. He just named the people that he loved. Shit, Jay-Z, and he busts out with his like rhyme pads, but it was like to be on Donda and like
You
the
actually
biggest
took it
rappers.
down?
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't have much commentary on these clips. It don't sound like anything of substance, which is, I appreciate watching it in real time, but goddamn it, I wish I could have saved y'all the time, because this nigga ain't talking about shit. He just care about Drake liking him again. I mean, he got Drake Mans right there with him. Top 5. Shout out to Top 5. Shout out to whole Canada. All my Caribbean niggas. But nigga, what we doing here? So basically, he said, yo, Drake don't copy nobody flows. As Ye, speaking as if I was Ye, I've copied a lot of Drake flows. As an artist, as a rapper, I mean, I guess the point of him doing this is maybe we could speculate. Hey, let's see. Let's speculate. Ye and Drake have been accused, and not accused, they admit to it. They have writers, you know what I mean? They work with writers on their music. As a lot of people do, and it's probably not as popularized as you guys think. Like, a lot of people work with other people to write their records. Even if it's like a hook, a line, a verse, 3 bars here, a word. You might be writing your shit and you get stuck, and somebody that might be in the studio throws you a word. Little alley-oop, and you dunk that bad boy down. Bow. Bow. Slam a jam, a slam dunk. Larry Johnson. You know what I mean? Like, it's collaboration in music. It should be that. Only in hip-hop do we get to the point where it's like, yo, nah, I gotta do everything. I gotta do this on my own. I gotta do that on my own. It's like, bro, when you get to the mainstream of hip hop, you realize, nigga, you're not doing it on your own. Even if you writing on your own, the promotion of your music is not just you promoting the shit. You need a whole team of people. So why would you sell yourself short because you want to maintain the standards of hip hop? Hip hop is over 50 years old now. The inception of it started from that. I respect that. Like, I respect people that pen their own shit on their own. Like, I get it. I understand. But, like, bro, if I can pen one hit on my own and I only have one hit in my career, and then I have a team of people that aren't writing everything for me, they're not Rihanna-ing me. Like in respect to Rihanna, they're not giving me a song and be like, yo, hey, sing this. They're not doing that. They're not like, yo, these are the words. Say it like this. Do it like this. Here you go. Like, if it's a collaborative effort, and then from that you get 100 hits, bro, why would you not? What are we talking about? If life is about progressing, growth, success, why would you take the harder road when the other road might be just as hard, but you got some support? You got a motherfucker holding up your back. They like this. They holding you up while you running through the goddamn storm. Because it's going to be a storm either way. None of this shit is easy. You feel me? But collaboration, that's not a negative thing. Only in hip-hop it became oh, this nigga don't write his own raps. He's trash. Come on, my niggas. All right, let's see what else we could find for this Ye shit. So apparently he wanted Drake, and he was supposed to be on Donda 1 and 2. Go figure. Okay, let me see. What else we can find? What else can we find? What else can we find? Okay. And we're going to get into some other things, but we're just going to get off all of this Ye stuff out of here. Uh-oh. Ooh, we could talk about that next. That's interesting. So I'm going to save this right here because I do want to talk about that right there. That's pretty interesting. And I've kind of figured that's what it was. But we could talk about that. Oh, okay, let's get into this. Actually, y'all don't give a fuck about that. I already know. So I'll check that out on my own. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, shout out to Dave Blunt. Nigga got caught in a goddamn elevator. Getting caught in an escalator is crazy. All right, so here we go. This is the next clip I wanted to watch and talk with y'all. Oh, what? I didn't want to do that. There we go. Okay. So this one, let's get into this one right here. So, we might check out some comments to see what the people are saying. All right, so Ye says he now wants to drop an album every month. God damn it. Ye. What I just told y'all in these last few videos and these clips, anything he's doing when he's going crazy like this, or I don't want to say crazy, some people could call it crazy. When he's acting out, lashing out, he's being very provocateur. He's being provocative. On the backside of that, it's some product being pushed. He's trying to sell something. So in this one, he said he wants to drop an album every month. Let's listen.
We delivering like an album at this point, like every month, every 2 months. Like you.
Bro, nah. This audio can't be this bad, bro. I'm like straight up. Why is this shit so low? My nigga, like, you not mic'd up? What's going on? You record for a living, bro. You're not talking into the mic? I know you got the fucking full black mask on. You got the goddamn, I don't even know what you call this. The faceless mage Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like, what the fuck?
We delivering like an album at this point, like every month, every 2 months. Like you remember when we did the 5 albums in 5 weeks, just like back to back to back, kind of put a verse on it. It's like it's so much possible. Like when Wayne had like 70 something songs in 1 year and stuff. It's that energy that's happening right now. And there's constraints from when I used to be on the label of the rate when I was supposed to put out music and everything. And Nas this morning was like, man, I don't understand why you don't put out Down to 2. And I'm like, I said I was going to put it out after I put out Cup. And then, of course, we got Bully dropping after that. And we just went back and forth in the kitchen. We was arguing about this shit. And then we was like, yo, let's just put it out today. And I saw it at 6 a.m. in the morning.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know if y'all can hear that. The audio was very low. Ain't none of this shit coming out, bro. None of this shit's coming out, bro. I'll be surprised if Bully even actually releases. Donda is out. It's not even underneath the name. So, I mean, it exists. It's out. It existed prior. But, bro, like, there's just a lot and way too much going on with the releasing of this music. Like, bro, what the... This shit almost bring me to, like, this shit almost give me a goddamn headache. Like, bro, how are we supposed to... And I'm here for all new Kanye music, like, whether this shit is good or bad. Vultures 1 was great to me. Vultures 2 had some joints. I didn't really listen to the full thing. 530 was hard. Good records, but it's like, yo, bro, just to listen to this shit, just to find it. It's like we gotta go on a goddamn scavenger hunt, a goddamn Where's Waldo picture finder. Like, bruh. Hey, man, Ye is on his bullshit again. Whether you call it bullshit, whether you call it like, hey, he's speaking up, whatever the fuck. He's in that bag right now, so clap it up, I guess. I'm ready to move the fuck on, man. Let's move the fuck on. I do want to talk about this because this was a pretty interesting topic right here. This one was interesting. Let's get to this one. So this is on a page that I don't follow. Okay, let's check this out. How long ago was this from? This is from yesterday. Shouldn't be too hard to find. There we go. All right, so this one right here, I wanted to talk about this because, let me get this. So this right here, this is about ATL Jacob, producer for Future, producer for a lot of other people, not just Future, but I guess my first time hearing his tag, and don't take that for me saying like this is his inception into the game, because you know you put your 10,000 hours in, it don't mean you just started there. It could be your first mainstream hit. Anyways, ATL Jacob talks about Thames not wanting to clear her sample on Future's Wait For You record that features her and Drake. Her feature being, you know, because it was her song being sampled. Future had to reach out to Drake. He had to reach out to Drake to use his relationship with her. And it's funny because this is also on the 3-year anniversary of that I Never Liked You project by Future. So let's see what the boy had to say. I fuck with ATL Jacob. Great producer.
Clear the song.
I will wait for
Thames wouldn't clear the song.
I will wait for you.
They just completely said no.
Damn.
So Future pulled in his relationship with Drake and was like, can you get the song cleared? Da-da-da.
So Drake had to call Thames and be like, hey man,
Yeah, like
smash. Don't clear this.
But y'all want a Grammy though.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
to that. Yes.
Yeah, that's big. Did you ever talk to Thames and said, you know, I'm glad you cleared the record?
I talked to her at the Grammys. I felt like she was personally, I felt like she was a little irritated with the Wait For You song. But
why you say that?
I told her like, you ain't gotta thank me, nothing, no. Not no, like crazy. I was like, you ain't gotta thank me or nothing. Like, I just want to work.
Right.
And we never got locked. Yeah.
He said a lot right there. Basically, he said Thames ain't want to clear the record. Drake hit her, having the pull that he does, got it cleared. I think that's probably how Drake ended up on the record. I'm almost positive. He just said it. Future called Drake, because that's a relationship that he had. Drake called Thames, hey, clear the record for my homie. And then this goes even deeper because the fact that he made that call for Future, giving Future like that Grammy, big record, and then just for Future to turn on this nigga is kind of crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm almost 100% positive Drake wasn't on this record originally. Future made the record, ATL Jacob had the sample, fire, beat, you know what I mean? Simple, dope, great record. I'm almost positive, bro. Future laid his shit down. They wanted to get it done. Future calls out to Thames' team. She like, I ain't working with no rap niggas, man. Fuck them niggas. A lot of artists feel like that when they come to rap. Even if you black or whatever, it don't matter. Fuck them niggas. We not clearing no rap nigga shit. She might have been on some shit like that. I'm not accusing her of being on no shit like that. But a lot of times when it comes to sample clearances, that's what these niggas be on. These artists be like, yo, fuck these rap niggas, man. We ain't clearing that shit. Until Drake get involved, Future call him like, yo, Drizzy, man. Yo, Drizzy, man, is your boy Pluto. I need to get this. And Drake, I got you, bro. I got you, little bro. And I don't mean it disrespectfully, but goddamn, you got to call another nigga to get the sample cleared. That's a big favor. Huge favor. Boom. Drake gets the sample cleared. I'm almost positive that's how he ended up on the record. Phenomenal record. The last record they did together. Fast forward, we see what the fuck happened. There's 2 albums dissing the nigga. It's like, yo, bro. Bruh. What?
Thames wouldn't clear the song.
I will wait for you.
They just completely said no.
Damn.
So Future pulled in his relationship with Drake and was like, can you...
There we go. Future pulled in his relationship with Drake. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna get this cleared no other way. I gotta call the boy.
Get the song cleared. Da-da-da.
So Drake had to call Thames and be like, hey man,
Yeah, like
smash. Don't clear this.
But y'all want a Grammy though.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
to that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's big. Did you ever talk to Thames and said, I'm glad you cleared the record.
I talked to her at the Grammys. I felt like she was personally, I felt like she was a little irritated with the "Wait for You" song. But
Why you say that?
I told her like, you ain't gotta thank me nothing. No, no crazy. I was like, you ain't gotta thank me or nothing. Like, I just want to work.
I just want to work, man. Just want to get some records done. I don't need no praises. And I feel him as a producer. You get caught up in the middle of shit because, you might have a sample. And this is the problem with sampling, which is it's a love-hate thing for me. Going back to Kanye, I only got into production because of Kanye. I only learned how to make beats because I was so interested in how Kanye made music. At the time, it made me take my brain of thinking about how songs are created to actually going to do the research and figuring it out. And I studied Kanye, like sampling. That was the first. I learned how to sample beats before I even knew how to create songs and beats with my own melodies, like my own instruments and shit. So I could understand how tough it is for a producer that is, you just trying to work. He not trying to go through the politics or go through the label nonsense. It's like, yeah, bro, I just want to work, man. But this is also the issue you run into when you sampling. If you don't have that pull, you might want to stray away from that type shit.
But
Why you say that?
I told her like, you ain't gotta thank me nothing. No, crazy. I was like, you ain't gotta thank me or nothing. Like, I just want to work.
Right.
And we never got locked in.
We never got locked in. That nigga ATL for sure. Them niggas from ATL don't pronounce them C's. It's just K. Any word with a CK is just a K. We got locked in. Shout out to that though. But I mean, let's look at some of the comments. Somebody said crazy how much Drake did for Future. And he just stabbed him in the back. Not surprising though. Dude doesn't even love his own kids. Oh no. That's crazy, bro. Damn. I can't confirm or deny that. They call it Kyle. Culture Vulture once again assisted Future getting another #1 record. I mean, yeah, it's tough. It's tough when somebody's responsible for all of your successful records and then you just straight up turn on them. Unless, if there's an obvious reason, I'm not aware of it. I don't think anybody that is outside of maybe the industry or that circle is aware of it. But something happened. You don't just turn on a nigga like that, especially when he gave you all your #1s. But I digress. Damn, these comments are crazy. People will pick a side, won't they? Damn. People will pick a side. All right, let's move on to a couple other things before I get up out of here. We coming up on an hour, so that's pretty cool. Let's get into this right here. Ooh, you know what? Before we get there, let's get here. Where is this? Okay, here we go. Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's shift the gears. Let me hit the corner. Let me swerve, hit the corner. Whoa. All right, let's see. Where is it? Where is the clip? How long ago was this? Alright, where is it? This is, oh damn, this is from a long time ago, the 26th. So much shit done happened that fast? Okay, let's find it. Okay, here we go. Damn, 13 minutes long? Sheesh. Alright, we're gonna play some of this. I'm gonna put it on 1 1/4 speed. Alright, so this one right here. This is probably a follow-up to a previous video I put out about this same topic. Elliot Wilson gives his side after B-Dot blamed him for Rap Radar not returning. And he breaks down how the deal didn't materialize. So on the Joe Budden podcast, B-Dot basically said he blamed Joe for the new character that Elliot has taken on, this new persona where he's this antagonist. They showed the clip. I showed the clip. But also he talked about how that Rap Radar deal fell through because Elliot was taking so long going back and forth with the negotiations to the point where they just walked away and said, yo, fuck it. You're going to put this money into something else. Let's watch the clip. Let's see what Elliot had to say. While wearing the JBP hoodie that I'm pretty sure he purchased, Joe ain't give him one for free.
Told him my idea about Rap Radar's website, and I hired him. Paul Rosenberg hired him officially, my partner. And we ran Rap Radar website from 08 to 2017. We started the podcast, which was B-Dot's idea because I was like, I didn't want to do the podcast because there's a Combat Jack, there's all these other things. They're going to say Elliot's coming into the podcast market and trying to bully everybody and I'm the bad guy again. But B-Dot's like, this is the future of podcasting. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we did it from 015 to whatever. So, you know, the one time I don't come through and the deal falls through, it's like I'm the bad guy. I tried to make the deal happen. The deal fell apart. I take accountability because the deal didn't happen. So that's it. Why would I not reach out? I figured he's mad at me because the deal didn't work out. Like, yo, how you feel? You like how I didn't make that deal not happen? Like it's on him. I haven't ducked one phone call, one text, one reach out to me. As my grandma said, the phone works both ways. So I wasn't trying to make no statement by not speaking to B-Dot. I continue to assert that if we're able to get a new deal for Rap Radar, we will go back to doing the interviews with Miss Beat. It'll be back to what it was. We know what to do. We're two great journalists. We know how to prepare for interviews. We still have great chemistry, and that's what's going on. The final thing, this idea that Elliot got influenced by Joe Budden. Joe Budden did influence me, him and Ian Schwartzman, to join Patreon. So what happens is we launched that like early 2023. Joe Budden is one of our first guests where he has the thing where he's pushing me to be more self-branding. So in September of that, while I'm still doing Rap Radar, I launched Elliot Wilson Experience on Patreon. I do a couple episodes there. I'm still doing Rap Radar podcast. We have the Tyler the Creator interview, all these other great moments after this Joe Budden changing Elliot thing happened. And we did that till the end of 2023. So I already started doing my own thing. And now Elliot Wilson Experience is about to come back again, you know, funded by Rock Nation for a season 2, but outside of Patreon. I wasn't getting the results that I wanted from Patreon the way Joe Budden had, so I stopped doing it. But that's what I was influenced to do at that time, at that situation. So,
all right, so he just said a lot in those last 2 minutes. He basically said, he didn't try to not call. Basically, he was just like, yo, hey, man, the deal fell through. I didn't think it was necessary to call B-Dot like, hey, bro, how you feel, man? You see that deal ain't go through? Yeah, I know, we fucked it up, right? Yeah, my boy, let's go get the brew. I mean, that's not a conversation you want to have, but he also did say, hey, man, and B-Dot confirmed this. He never spoke out or reached to the nigga. Reached out or spoke to the nigga. So I understand, like, if that conversation isn't had, what do you expect Elliot to do? I understand that because I've been in both sides of that shit. But I also understand B-Dot like, hey, man, I probably never even really fuck with you like that. We did good business, but, man, personally, we didn't really rock like that. So I don't think I owed you any conversation at all. But to then go out on another platform and talk about it and seemingly blame Elliot, that's some foul shit.
And as far as my opinion, as people may know, Everyday Struggle originally was supposed to be me and Joe Budden. I stepped out. It became Academic's platform to shine. That show would have been my first time having a platform where I give my opinion about things, where I'm not relying on guests, where I tell people how I feel about things. Uncut, raw honesty. That didn't happen. Now, when we create the bigger picture, this is now my platform to do that. So you get a lot more of that from me. So maybe you're not used to that, but that's what this is on, because this is the world we're in, where it's now about more commentary about these artists and not having the access to them, as we've said ad nauseum, that we once had. So now you get a little bit more of how Elliot actually feels. And you see me express my frustrations about the state of the game. I feel Rap Radar deserves to have a good, reasonable, sizable deal in the marketplace. It's not existing right now. And I think people say the podcast boom is over. They say it's a streamer's boom, but nobody's funding anybody to even have a chance to create streams or become a good streamer. We're only celebrating the independent people that made their fortunes and they're in a place. But I feel like, who's backing these new creators? Where are the deals for young podcasters, young streamers? Where is the money? You know,
I'm not gonna lie, the more and more I hear this man talk, I usually don't agree with anything this nigga says or fuck with him, but he's making a lot of sense. He is basically saying there are deals out there, like that podcast boom where niggas was getting these major deals, $1 million deals for shows. Spotify was throwing out money to Michelle Obama. These people, this Katy Perry got a podcast, and them shits failed and flopped because nobody really cared about them personally. They just wasn't a name and a face that existed. To where now the medium is slightly shifting, and still podcasts exist, obviously, but you don't really see it being funded by bigger corporations or someone that is coming in and providing the money for a streamer. Anytime you find out about a streamer right now, these niggas are already like super successful, which, you know what I mean? I just started, so I'm not going to discredit anybody's come up. But it seems very fast because you just see like one clip from them, then another clip, and then now you got like one of the biggest rappers on your goddamn stream. It's like, yo, damn. But when you realize they've been putting in the work for so many years, that's just like lightning getting struck in a bottle. It's not that they worked to a place and then collaborated and partnered up with somebody. They already were in the zeitgeist. They existed already. So I kind of agree with him. We don't see this next second wave of deals being given out to different people. You damn near got to do it on your own. You got to be independent.
It's frustrating. So you see that. And I think that sometimes I lead with some of the toxic parts of me of just this competitive, sometimes jealousy shit, and you get that side of it, and that's what's reflective.
Well, I had a question.
But I wonder how you guys feel.
Well, the one thing I did want to say about
It's only waves, man. It's
Elliot
only
Wilson
waves.
as a persona, I think. I mean, I haven't known you that long as a person individually, but from what I've seen, even looking back, like you were always that guy at XXL. You were always writing editorials. You were always puffing your chest up. I think that this is the first time that people are seeing you give your opinion on camera on a consistent basis, and that competitive fire and spirit that you never run away from, and you're very open about. You want to be the best. You still want to be at the top of your game. So I think that might be jarring to some people. I'm surprised that was jarring to B-Dot because you guys have known each other for a really long time. So that's where I felt like there was a disconnect. Like, maybe something happened with that Joe thing, or like I guess I was.
I think it's more that he doesn't agree about it. Look, we both have a great rapport with Drake, so I'm sure he's still cool with Drake. Drake doesn't love how I'm moving, right? So and other people he speaks to. So I think he probably doesn't agree with some of that. He has the right to feel that way. He doesn't agree with some of the things I'm doing, and like he said, he does catch heat. You guys catch heat sometimes, I'm sure, from me. Or like if you work with somebody, you kind of not inherit their beef, but you inherit some of the drama that may come that way. So I think it's more about him not agreeing with some of the takes I've had and how he's being impacted by it.
Wow. Who would have thought? You gotta always hear both sides, man. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate how Elliot is responding and handling this. You would have thought that with this quote unquote persona that they tried to put on him, that he was gonna come back and lash out and try to, come with the Kanye takes, go overboard with what he's saying. But it's definitely not that. So he does seem honest in what he's talking about. I'm kind of rolling. I'm rolling.
Which is fair to him to express his frustration.
And then the other really big question that I had was just about the actual deal, without getting into like super specifics. I guess afterward, A, like, was there something specific you didn't like about the deal? And then B, how did it end after that? For example, like, let's say we were all working on a show together and we were trying to get a deal done. And then let's say the deal doesn't happen. Like, I would assume the way it ends is us still like trying to make it happen.
Here's a brief version. Let's take it back. So I have a lawyer. I'm not going to say specific companies because I don't put business out there like that. Lawyer from a real big firm. Like I tend to work with junior people from big firms, right? I'm not the level of stardom where I got the A-list person from the A-list agency. So I have a lawyer from a big firm, but the junior person from that firm, junior agent on a big firm. So when we first went to open market, the first deal we got, those people helped us get the Interval Warner Brothers deal. We shopped it to the open market, and that was the most receptive. So we did the deal. They got the deal done. So I give all credit to them. They took us to market. We gave them the tools. We got that offer from Warner that was starting a podcast division. We did a deal, I guess, 2021, and they ran to 2023, and then they shut the company down. So that entity, outside of me and outside of my relationships or B-Dot's relationships, got us that deal. So now that ends. We go back to open market. A partner that we were going to possibly do a deal with to connect to the first deal, when that first fell through, comes back around and says, now we're free agents. Let's talk about doing a deal. And the back and forth between my team and their team just didn't work out. Like language and contracts and stuff. Like you think you agree to a certain term and you get the contract back and it's not reflective. Like tedious things like that. It wasn't about the money. The money was kind of solid of what it was going to be. But it was more about that and that communication. So looking back at it, I feel there may have been even some resistance within that company where some people were on board with the deal and some people probably weren't. But I still take responsibility.
All right, so he said a lot right there. Let's kind of talk about it a little bit. Basically, so how B-Dot made it seem on the pod, on Joe Budden pod, he just said, yo, it was just a lot of back and forth with Elliot and the contract and this and that. He didn't speak specifically because he probably didn't know the specifics. This is probably, I'm almost positive, and I'm 100% positive because B-Dot said he hasn't talked to bro since then. I'm positive B-Dot, if he watches this is his first time realizing what's going on in real time. I'm going to pull it back a little bit. Elliot basically is alluding to, hey man, we agreed upon some things. We being Elliot, his team, his legal representation, and the company that they were doing the deal with, or supposed to be doing the deal with. They agreed upon some things before paperwork and the ink was on there, the black and whites. And what they agreed upon is not being reflected in the contract. They said, yo, you're supposed to get A, B, C, but the contract is showing we getting D, E, F. It's like, yo, bro, come on, let's get this right. Y'all said I'm supposed to get A, B, C. I don't want the D, E, F. Go ahead and put that A, B, C in there for me.
But it was more about that and that communication. So looking back at it, I feel there may have been even some resistance within that company where some people were on board with the deal and some people probably weren't. But I still take responsibility on my end because I did command my side to say, you know what, let's just get it done. Let's get it signed. We'll work through the kinks. And they were hesitant because they felt confident that they could get it to what it needed to be to reflect how they felt it should be. And with that dragging, things just got delayed, and then we started not getting clear answers. Then when we finally spoke to the owner of the company, that was a call with me, B-Dot, and the owner. He said, I can't do the deal anymore because it dragged a little too long, and I had to allocate the funds these other places, and let's revisit the top of next year, and that's where the deal fell through. So me and B-Dot were both informed at the same time that the deal was officially not going to happen.
And then when they said we were going to revisit at the top of next year, did you and B-Dot kind of end that conversation like, okay, that's the plan, let's revisit at the top of next year?
No, that's when the communication ceased between me and him.
But so I guess what was the final convo? Like, did you guys say, all right, like let's
you just
or
saw
that
the
was
final
it?
convo.
Like it was
on the Joe Budden Network, you saw the final convo. There was no communication since then on either end. And
oh damn, B-Dot was definitely tight. He was heated. He said, "This bitch ass nigga, man, this bitch ass nigga fucking ruined this deal for me." And B-Dot jokingly said, "Hey man, this money was spent in my head already." So if you got money spent in your head, you probably telling your family, yeah, we about to sign this deal. We gonna do this, baby. We gonna do this. And then it falls through. You gonna be upset, but it's like, they did say we could revisit, but B-Dot was probably like, man, I can't be connected to another nigga no more, which I agree with. Never put your faith in another nigga's hands, another man's hands, bro, because you see shit like this happen, bro. Like, yo, I can only get this bag if I'm attached to this guy. Man, fuck that, bro. Like, hell no. That is not a way as a man to live, bro. If you know what I mean, you could collab and shit could work. But if you dependent, like, if this is your only way, and if this nigga ain't got his shit together, bro, you're done. It's GG's.
I just assumed he's, like, not feeling that it didn't go down, is frustrated by it, and we'll probably talk again, or, I'm in the West Coast. And, DJ hadn't spoken yet. I wanted to ask your opinion about something, but I would love to get the thoughts, views, and opinions of DJ Head. That's why hogging the mic here.
All right, I don't give a fuck about what that nigga got to say. Hey, man, I'm rolling with both B-Dot and Elliot. I'm glad we got both sides of this story. We could kind of put this shit to bed. Deal fell through. They were on the line at the same time when the deal fell through. B-Dot probably took that as an opportunity to be like, yo, man, I ain't talking to this nigga no more. Fuck this nigga, man. And that's what it was. It is what it was, bro. Alrighty. Let's see what else we could kind of get into before we get the fuck on out of here. I want to talk about some shit that's going to actually... Let's get that out of here. I don't care about none of this shit here. Let's talk about this, and we could probably end right here because I am hungry and I know my baby's cooking. All right, so let's talk about this right here. I'm going to try to find some more of the content from it. But apparently, Birdman Reveals Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Wayne made Cash Money a combined $2 billion. Not an M. No M's. This is $2 billion. Billy. You know the A Milli record that Wayne did? Nah, nigga. A Billy. A Billy. So let's go ahead and see if we can find that actual clip. Birdman... $2 billion. Because he was on Nick Cannon's pod, and they were talking about that. There we go. Nice. Cannon's class. Let's take a look at this here, right here. This is Birdman. He claims Cash Money gave $2 billion to Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki Minaj's careers. Did they make that for Cash Money, or did he give it to him? I don't know. Let's find out in real time. Let's see.
Because the average nigga doesn't really understand how the industry works. And in business and whether it's legal and money and all of these things. So from the outside, all we hear is that the family ain't getting along.
Falling on me. The chips gonna fall like
Yeah.
there's some
Father and son.
Let me show you something, right? Through all that, right? Drake running it up and Nicki running it up. None but Nicki, I can't say nothing but like she always been like a little sister to me. I love her to death.
Right.
Solid as a motherfucker. Solid than a gang of niggas. Super, super solid. First of all, nobody got money from Drake for 10 years.
Wow.
So the money just piled up. So, and with all this shit going on, I refused to, I could have got my money, but I didn't want to get my money because that wouldn't have looked right. I got mines and they ain't got theirs. So fuck it. We gonna let it pile up. We go whatever Drake want, he gets. I don't give a fuck what it is.
And this is because you're going to the distributor, Universal. So it's piling up with them.
Oh no, it's in escrow.
And okay.
It's in escrow.
Got you.
Ain't no once you start the bullshit, ain't nobody touching it.
You can't touch it.
So
when legal action gets going, the money gotta sit in escrow.
It's in escrow.
Right.
It just was sitting.
Right.
So it was 10 summers before anybody made any money off Drake but himself from the crew.
Right.
Everybody he was in business with.
Right.
So I made sure that whatever he wanted, he got. I don't give a fuck if it was 30, 40, 50, whatever Drake wanted, he got. Same thing with Nicki, so we kept.
And we talking M's when we say 30, 40, 50 million.
Hey, man, honestly, Gladys, I done $2 billion between Drake, Nicki, and fucking Wayne. Solid.
$2 billion.
$2+ billion.
$2+ billion between Drake, Nicki, and Wayne.
Hundreds of millions of dollars with me, man.
Wow.
Guaranteed.
So, has there been any other artists in history
ever? Now one up.
I was like, not Motown.
Do you know how many niggas I done put on? Just them three there is a fucking lot. But I can go further than that. Young Thug, that's like my little brother.
Right.
Great in the game.
Right.
Future earlier on with us. You know,
right.
Great in the game. NBA, them little young, you know what I mean? It's the list go, and a gang of niggas who now might be rivals.
Right.
I didn't help them.
Right.
I didn't bless them all in this game that we call music.
Hey, he said a lot. So basically, he gave that money. I don't know where let's go back to that XXL. I think they got it a little messed up. Yeah, he said this right here, Complex. Y'all niggas fucking up. This from 2 days ago. Reveals Drake, Nicki, and Lil Wayne made Cash Money a combined $2 million. I mean, technically, if he gave them over that, if he gave them up to $2 billion, they probably made a lot more than that. The three superstars launched their careers under Baby's record label. Man, all this bullshit, bro. Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Wayne had lucrative starts to their respective career under Birdman's Cash Money Records. Obviously, Drake and Nicki was under Wayne's imprint, which was under Cash Money. It was Young Money, obviously. Birdman came from New Orleans, built his label out the mud, and then got a $100 million label deal while still keeping ownership of the music. That makes him $20 million a year. I mean, damn. Yeah. Drizzy was signed to Cash Money from 2009 to 2018, releasing his debut album, Thank Me Later. And he went on to drop a lot more. 2018 Scorpion was the last one underneath that deal. I mean, it ain't really much to say. There's really not much to say about that. That's big. They talking big money. Big money. It ain't really much to get into from that. Let's see what this dude got to say. I don't know who this is. But Birdman just revealed Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki Minaj made Cash Money over $2 billion, but it wasn't easy. Lil Wayne sued him for $51 million over unpaid advances, delaying the Carter 5 until Universal had to step in and pay Wayne. Jay also helped with that. Birdman also said Drake didn't make Cash Money $1 for the first 10 years. He gave Drake $30 to $50 million guaranteed just to keep him happy, but because he kept the label alive while Wayne was locked up. That is true. Wayne was locked. Drake kept the lights on over there. Even crazier, Drake, Wayne, and Nicki are three of only 5 artists to ever sell 100K a first week on every studio album. That's crazy. One of the most iconic runs in hip hop. Let's see what bro had to say.
Birdman just admitted that Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki Minaj made Cash Money Records $2 billion.
Honestly, I'm glad it's $2 billion between Drake, Nicki,
Miss Gladys, boy.
and fucking Wayne. Solid.
And for context, Taylor Swift's entire catalog for Universal made $400 million as of 2024. Plus, a label making $2 billion off a dozen or 100 artists would be seen as successful. Birdman did it with 3. No wonder they're considered the best ever. But it wasn't as easy as he made it sound because of all the public drama with Lil Wayne, where Birdman was sued for $51 million for unpaid advances, like when Wayne finished the Carter 5, essentially forcing Universal to step in and pay Wayne his $10 million because Birdman refused to pay or didn't have the money. Birdman also said that no one made money off Drake the first 10 years besides Drake, even giving him $30 to $50 million, no questions asked, saying that he deserved all the money because he kept the label afloat when Lil Wayne had to do jail time. Now, to give some flowers to the true big 3 and Birdman, Nicki, Drake, and Lil Wayne are 3 of 5 artists ever to sell 100,000 plus on every single one of their studio albums. Even though Young Money isn't really a thing anymore, these 3 will always be remembered as the trio that changed music.
I mean, I wish you could have told us. Who was the other 2? I seen J. Cole up there, so it's probably one other person. Eminem, maybe? Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, and then at this point here, y'all, I am coming up on an hour and a half. I think it is done for me for today, for this Wednesday. We getting these shorter streams. They will get longer again. Pause. Let's do a quick... Yeah, nothing else here. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and just let you guys, or let me, and it's the same way I always do. We're going to check, did we gain any new subs on YouTube while we were going live today? Let's take a look. So we started this with 611, I believe. 610, 611, one of the two. I think it was 611 if I'm remembering correctly. So we're just gonna see
Kim and
if we
Mase
got
list
any
their top
more since we started. And we did not, but it is okay because hey, by the next time I stream on Friday, we are gonna have some more subs. So clap it up for that, please. This is where you can subscribe if you watch this live. If you don't, come to this channel right here, Together High. I am going to promise I'm going to start streaming live on YouTube as well. I got to get some things in order for that. There's a lot going on right now, but I appreciate everybody. Peace.